So in this week's Property Marketing Monday, we're going to talk about dressing a property and how important that is in your visual assets. So for your property photos and for your 360 virtual viewings. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm just going to show you some pictures from our website, Landlord Photography website. It's on each of our offices. You can go and have a look yourself. But you can really see sort of the difference that sort of dressing a property really makes. So this one here, where they've laid the table, stuff very simple. Just a simple bowl there, just makes the property look a bit lived in. Okay, so here with the cushions, etc., nice, neat, tidy, but it's not an empty, deserted room. And this one here, very simple, nicely how the yellow of the bedside light, pillow, the bedspread, and even the blind, and also to a degree, even the light there, those colours tie in really nicely, so it ties in the whole room. And then some little touches there on the beds. This is more sort of a service accommodation type market where people do that. But again, it's quite nice. And even here in the living room, so putting a laptop, showing lifestyle. So what you can do, you can sit there with your laptop with the TV remote controls. Fully set out table here. And then if I look at some of our other offices, so this is our Slough office, so let's have a look through here. So a nice bunch of flowers like that is a nice touch. Same here, and with the fruit in the bowl. Another little trick as well is in the kitchen, if you've got like a glass carafe, if you put slices of lemon, cucumber, depending on what matches with the colour scheme in the kitchen, it is a really simple trick and it's really effective. Have that there with just some glasses, it looks really nice. So if we go down here, so again, this is more service accommodation model here with this bed made here with the towels, but it works nicely and it's nice and symmetrical in the way they've done it there. And here, very simply, just putting some plates and bowls on the table again in the bathroom, using towels, etc. So you don't have to go mad. And even like these here, these plants, they're very cheap. Get them from places like IKEA, and they just add a bit of colour into the shots. So here with the champagne on the terrace, again, it just shows lifestyle. You could be sat on that terrace drinking champagne if you bought that property. That's what that's saying to you. And here, nicely dressed rooms. These are in HMOs, things like that, where it's nicely dressed. And in this case, for example, you'll see on the bed there is documents for tenants. So, and that's for that particular investment company, that's what they want us to do. They want us to show that in all of our photos, so we can absolutely do that. So if we scroll down here, just some other really simple examples of dressing a room. So on a desk, it's quite nice to use a laptop, but if you're dressing multiple rooms, that's an awful lot of laptops. So a simple notepad and pen like this can work really well. And then here, this is either a HMO or a service accommodation room, really nice. And then as we come down here, similar thing, towels on the bed. It just makes it look really nice. So there's some examples there. I'm just going to show you quickly a few more examples. So this is from our Newcastle office. So here, just very simply, just using cushions. I've just added a nice thing there. Nicely made bed, adding in the colour. So going with the greys, but adding in the colours here that complement the units as well, which is really nice. And then if we come down here, just some nicely made beds. Laptop on the desk there, and you notice that we've actually got the logo of the property company that we were doing that shoot for there, so that's a nice bit of advertising for them as well. And quite often that sort of thing doesn't get picked up by the portals, so it's a nice way of getting their logo into the shots. So what real difference does it make? So you've seen the finished product there, but let's look at what the difference is. So if I go, say, to our Slough office, and I'll just go down to the dressing part of their page, so we've got lots of information. So here, these were the sort of, if you like, the before photos. These are what quite often like landlords or agents are using in their marketing. We came along and we did that. You can really see the difference just in the amount of light in the room. So that looks quite dark and dingy, so does that. That looks marginally better, but not brilliant. Suddenly they look super bright, super airy, super colourful. Okay, it's very simple to do dressing. Now, actually, while I'm here, you can dress properties yourself, and we can just come and photograph them, and yeah, that's great. Or if you want, we can come and dress the property for you. If you've got a lot of properties or a lot of rooms, then get in touch with us, because we can quite often cut you a deal. And then if I look at the Reading office here for some more examples, so again, I'll just scroll down the page. Again, we've got quite a lot of information in space. Again, here, these photos are the ones that were being used by the agent to market this property, and they wondered why it wasn't filled, and it had been on the market for 2 months with very little interest. This was a 5-bedroom HMO. The landlord didn't want to spend the money on photographer and dressing, so it sat empty for 2 months. The letting agency got us in because we did quite a lot of work for them, and we did that. Within 7 days, that property was fully let. Okay, so by that landlord waiting 2 months, we worked out between myself and the letting agent that decision cost that landlord well over £5,000 in lost income and bills. And you can really see the difference, can't you? So that is the importance of dressing in your property photography, and that story there about how much money that landlord effectively lost. Because in serviced accommodation and HMOs, it really is important, because if you've got rooms empty for, say, 5 rooms and a HMO empty for just 1 week, think how much income you've lost. And then think about the cost of dressing and the photos, and you'll actually find that dressing and photos are an investment and not a cost, because you're going to make more money than that in filling the rooms, especially, you know, when markets are quite difficult, where maybe it's saturated, maybe not many people are moving around. So during COVID times, not many people are moving, they're staying where they are, so it's been quite hard to fill the rooms. And then when you've already got a saturated market where there's lots of empty HMO rooms, you really need to differentiate your product and stand out. And hopefully that's what we've shown today with these dressing and different professional photos. I hope you found that interesting and useful. If you've got any questions or any comments, get in touch, use the comments below. Love to hear from you. That's it for this week's Property Marketing Monday.